Inside a barn in rural Vermont, you'll find the Museum of Everyday Life, a celebration of all things mundane. We arrived in time to see this year's special offering on dust. So put away that damp cloth and prepare to be blown away. Hi, Claire.
Hi.
How are you? This is the Museum of Everyday Life.
Yes, it is. Welcome. This is the Great Hall, we call it, and it is full of the greatest hits of our featured exhibits. So our past featured exhibits have been on the match, the safety pin, the pencil, and the toothbrush.
Seems counterintuitive. People see things every day. They don't need a museum to come and see it,
But that's where you're wrong. We need institutions to catalog and analyze and celebrate all of this detritus that we surround ourselves with all the time. It's kind of grouped in areas, but it's a little mixed up. So here's a safety pin curtain and a giant safety pin. This is the beautiful diaphanous safety pin dress, as you can see here, which was
very revealing.
Which was worn at the opening by me.
You must have created quite a...
on underneath.
Oh, that's reassuring. Okay.
These are ancient Roman fibula, the ancient precursor to the safety pin. Over here, this is a toothbrush wall here. Toothbrush shivs. These are faithful recreations.
They were never actually used.
Of actual prison objects that were confiscated.
What, pray tell, does the horn have to do with any of your everyday things here?
This is just a megaphone in case we need one. This is a selection from the Dogs of the Soviet Space Program commemorative matchbox set.
This violin is not made of matchsticks. Come on.
It is. This is a beautiful story. This violin was made by a man in prison for a very long time, and he was a bluegrass musician, and he wanted to be able to play music, and finally he started making instruments out of matches.
Is this kind of commenting, though, on the pretentiousness of the normal museum, which sometimes takes itself too seriously?
I both love the institution of the museum. I also like to mock it. Would you like to visit our featured exhibition on dust?
Now, most would say dust is meant to be swept away, but you're devoting a whole exhibit to it, huh?
There's a lot to it, as you will see.
Look, there's the dust bowl.
Yep. This is sort of what I call the dust archetypes. These are sort of examples of classic kinds of dust. This is dust contributed by a community member named Linda Elbow. In support of this exhibit, I have not cleaned my house for 4 months.
Generous gesture on her part.
Yeah.
Is there an admission charge to the museum?
No, it's by donation. It's a self-service museum, so you just come in, turn on the lights, and hopefully remember to turn them off when you leave.
And I guess you don't have to worry much about theft, because who's going to steal a pile of dirt?
This is our wall of dust removal objects. I just noticed the mice seem to be slowly dismantling the feather duster section of the exhibit. So
I guess that's the danger of having your museum in an open barn.
Yeah.
They're gonna get in there.
That's something we'll have to deal with. Over here we have an interactive exhibit. This is our dust to sketch. And it's just what you think it is. You can draw on the dust.
One sneeze and I could blow this away, couldn't I?
Yeah. You want to add something?
I'm going to add a moon.
Oh, nice.
See that?
I heard about it by driving by here and seeing a sign that said Museum of Everyday Life.
You're pretty quick on the pickup.
Yeah. How could you pass this by once you know it's here?
Does it make you think differently about regular museums? Maybe they're not as interesting as everyday stuff.
Good point.
Yes and no. I mean, if you go to a regular museum and look around, you'll start to see safety pins and dust and matches there too. They're just not
displayed.
This is my favorite part of the dust exhibit. This I call the meditation room. This is an actual specimen of interplanetary dust, which was sent to me by the curator of cosmic dust at NASA.
Here's something you don't see in a museum every day, navel lint.
Now, this is from a collection, very special collection.
What the hell is this?
Mind your step. This is dust mite. This just represents these creatures. Microscopic, right?
They are everywhere, aren't they?
Crawling all over your face right at this moment. That's what they look like.
Yeah, that is alarming.
Yeah.
Claire, if somebody wants to pay a visit to the Museum of Everyday Life, where should they go?
We are in Glover, Vermont, about 45 minutes north of St. Johnsbury.
I might have something under my fingernails I could devote to the museum.
You could do that, yeah.